Welcome back, friends. I'm Mellowseven, and this is Rimworld Beta 18, and we are back in the world of binary. And I actually played for quite a while yesterday after the episode ended. We went through a toxic fallout, which is really kind of a non-issue kind of with this group. I just moved the animals into this area. We harvested everything that was growing right then, and we made sure that the humans and androids were more or less just occupied inside. I didn't restrict anybody. I did lower the level of mining for most of those people, just so they weren't standing out here. And that was essentially all I had to do. We also fought off one mechanoids incursion, which worked out okay. Still some dead bodies that need to be moved. We had a raid or two, but we didn't really have any issues. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to adjust the uniforms and the outfits and get everybody more or less the same, because that helps my OCD. So you can see that we've got all of the regular robots wearing the solar panel jackets, and I thought we'd give them some bowler hats. Well, heat and stuff isn't an issue for these guys. It's purely a stylistic thing. So we've got the red bowler hats. Which I think is pretty cool. The androids, for the most part, are all wearing their battle dresses, and they've got some sort of veil. You can see apparently that one was made out of the Devil's Strand rather than out of cloth, which is pretty cool, except for Nix, who's a combat engineer. And interestingly enough, if we take a look at this armor, which is cool, I didn't notice this, this Pioneer armor says is for combat engineers. So I bought it. We didn't make it. We bought it. I found the armor and the helmet separately from a couple different vendors, and we gave it to Nix. So Nix has that. Now, as far as our combat droids, at the moment, they're wearing the protective helmet, carbon jumpsuits, and the protective gear. That's the base level. I don't quite have enough of that to go around. Demon Sloth was wearing tactical gear, I think, and at some point when I made the change to the dress code, essentially, he took that off, and we don't have another set of protective for him or Tadashi. I decided to delay it because we got access to hazard armor, and so if we take a look at, say, Tadashi here in his new helmet, we can get an idea there, and you can see it's 40, 60, 45, minus and plus 45 for the temperatures, and that's for the hazard stuff, whereas if we take a look at Jude and this helmet, we'll see it's 22, 33, 66. So better if we're sharp, but worse against everything else. And temperature is a lot different. Again, temperature is not an issue for the robots per se, but essentially it's a more balanced helmet. This is more meant to go against bullets, I guess, just bullets, knife stabs, and animal bites. But as we get farther and farther up, then we're going to see more. We've seen a lot more burn damage, especially from the mechanoids with some of their rifles, and blunt stuff, so with explosions and such. So especially if we're going to start raiding other villages, they may very well have mortars, and so all of these are going to be more and more important. So we're taking a step back against bullets, but a step forward against everything else. The problem is it's really slow to build. So everybody at least has a decent helmet. Demon is stands out a little bit. He's got, I believe, an assault helmet, which I can't actually make yet. We've also started building some additional weapons. TE kinetic rifle. Who has... one of the mechanoids dropped his minigun, so we've managed to pick that up for bridges. We ran into an issue where the Spitfires don't actually have a range to shoot at... there we go. They don't have the range to shoot from here to here, so they were just standing around. So we needed longer range guns. So TE is the same manufacturer, corporation, whatever, that makes the hazard gear. So we just started, now that we've got that technology and that workbench opened up, we're just working on that stuff. So I think that's it. What else? Oh, I've started making. We had some jade, so I made some jade statues, and we've started putting those in rooms. The great one, the masterwork one, went into Slickson's bedroom, obviously. I did accept one more person here who we can't see, Kim, who is a human and is carrying a club for some reason. Let her be her. She just belonged to one of the factions that we were friendly to, the one that always comes by with the vendors. and said she wanted to join. And I said, all it said was she liked art. And I said, well, okay, we don't really have just a pure artist. We've got Osborne who's good at it, but he's busy. So I thought, okay, I had a spare bedroom. I let her in. She's pretty rubbish, aside from art. Everything else is pretty garbage. She won't dumb labor. She won't intellectual. She won't crafting. She won't cook. But we've got people that do that. She's a fast walker and a careful shooter. So we have a club with her. And she just sits at the art table and makes art. And we'll just sell it. It's going to be an economy thing, if nothing else. But in the meantime, we were also given some stuff to make us a little bit happier. So I think that more or less fixes that. Let's go ahead and knock everybody back down to Area 1 here. And let's see what this raid is here. Group of mechanoids. Okay. 3 little ones, 3 big ones. All right, once again, let's go ahead. We're going to set our android fighters on these. And nix. Is that how I want to do that? Well, let's start with it that way. And let's go ahead and grab, let's see, who was going to grab that? Jude is going to grab that, but let's go ahead and grab everybody else. Whoops, can I not? Oh, it's shift on this one, not control. That's right. These guys will draft, and we'll grab and put there. And a lesson that I'd learned before, but I had to relearn, was that if somebody is drafted, they won't actually operate the gun, which is a little bit annoying. Restrict. Let's actually restrict everybody to Area 2 for now. Except for the people that are... There we go. The mortars are coming in. I think actually we want the mortars to go after the slow guys. More chance of hitting them, but also, you know, set forest. How about this guy? The traps often take care of the little guys, so it's not as big a deal. All right, so Jude now has a big gun, so we're going to draft him here, 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 here. Oh, and they're fighting down here. They took down one. Health, I think we go ahead and we add a shutdown on that. Now, what's happened with the little guys? Are they here yet? Yes. And it looks like they have all been taken care of as well. Can we get oh, we can get the blades. The blades sell really well, if nothing else. And this guy's just done. And is there a third one out there? Did he just die with this fight? Maybe there were only 2 of them to begin with. So we can come up here and hey, they dropped all their stuff, so we'll go ahead and we don't want it to rot. That would be irresponsible. So we'll go ahead and unforbid all of that stuff. I've got at least 2 bodies here. May as well build some more graves. Didn't really want to, but I mean, what else am I going to do with them at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try that. Let's hit go again. Crawford, character. If you're alive later, we'll rescue you, but I'm not interested in having you join us or anything. Oh, here's the other one. There's the other one. Hell, there was 3. Okay. And we'll just shut him down. And once they get a little closer, we'll take people off the mortar so we don't mortar our own areas. And then we'll... oh, look at that. How are these guys doing? Okay. Alright, so we want these 3 to come off. And Nyx, I need to unrestrict to area 1 so that I can have Nyx actually operate this. There we go. Red, what you doing? There we go. This could be interesting. He just broke the wall and then called it a day. Okay, I like that. I guess because it doesn't get him at the people. And what's going on with Red? Fighting with Kim. Of course. Of course. The mechanoids aren't bad enough. We have to beat up the artist. Let's see what their issues are. Hold on, let's go social. Slighted Red. This drove Red into a rage and she began a fight. So why don't you like Red? Because clearly you don't. Harmed me. Well, yeah, but had an angering fight. Red's opinion was good. So why are you saying mean things about Red? Red liked you. I don't know where all this comes from. Must have been at a 0 before, though, because 15 plus 22 is 37. So that's where that comes from. It's interesting. The other thing we run into is when they hide behind that corner, and I need to make sure that they can't. I thought the rocks there were going to stop that, but clearly I need to make that at least one more. Okay. You guys can all shoot this guy. And you can shoot this guy. Now we're not going to leave Nyx out there too long. If Nyx starts to take too much damage, we will... Oh, you're fine. We'll pull Nyx back. Nyx is the only one we're really worried about. Let's pull this down so we can keep an eye on that. Demon Sloth, we're going to go ahead and pull him out of the line because he doesn't have the armor everybody else does. So we're going to pull him out. We're going to let him go back in, get healed up because he's bleeding quite heavily. Is that everybody? No. Health. This guy's down. Shut down. This guy. Not yet. So we gotta take out the rest of that wall there so we can get to him. There we go. There we go. That should get us a shot at him. Oh, he's getting there. He's in pretty tough shape. Oh, look at that. How is he still up? That smoke launcher is what's launching those in there, the explosions. I mean, we've done a lot of damage to him. I mean, look at that. Can't even see anymore. That's it, I think. Shut down. All right, so everybody who was drafted can be undrafted. All the restrictions can be lifted. And Nyx, let's see. There we go. Worked out pretty well. You know, we got some blood, we got some empty shells here. But we came out of it okay. We got to get Jude some health. I'm going to make an extra hospital bed here. Where is Jude? Oh, Jude gone down there? Claimed a bed? Come up here where you're close to the medicine. There we go. So everybody has been healed. So we should be okay. And now it's just repair everything and go on. So my plan for the moment is we go and get everybody suited up and at least one decent suit of armor. They don't all have to be wearing the new stuff, but everybody needs a suit of armor. Everybody's already got a helmet, so we're already okay there. And then, yeah, and then we'll drop. I've got 6 of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're okay there. The question is, do we want a 7th to take a doctor with us? That's the real question. We've got an audience today as usual. Huh, Copper Dog. And Shorty's back there as well, the little white lump. He doesn't really move much after breakfast until after lunchtime usually. He goes right back to bed till about noon. And by bed, I mean literally, as you noticed, back to bed. Usually on my pillow. I'm allergic to dogs, but you know. What can go wrong? So I don't know who's supposed to be, let's see, restriction. Everybody's unrestricted. Guess our whoever is supposed to be dealing with this stuff. I don't know what type of job that is. Is it a doctor job? I mean, you'd think so. It should be like an operation, right? So who would do it? So I'm going to go ahead, though. I'm going to come zone area, and I'm going to go dumping stockpile, and I'm going to go like that. And hopefully that'll keep them from standing there. And of course, we're taking the bodies that we had stored in the cooler out to here. Of course, of course. So we got other bodies. We decide we need another person. We'll be fine. Bulk goods trader. Let's take care of that. Slicks and sorry, you gotta get up. Except the game said, no, you will not get up. You will stay asleep. Oops, I wanted to call the bulk goods, not the prosthesis. Okay, let's see what they got. They got roosters. We don't need roosters. We got, as you can see, lots of jelly bugs. So 6, 18, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30? 30 jelly bugs now? Not too shabby. And we could start to sell like some of the males. The males also, oddly enough, give milk. So I haven't, but clearly we've got 12 males here, and they're not giving us eggs to get more. So we could conceivably start to, and they're age 1. So we could start to get rid of some of them, like maybe the old men here, and try to get more females to get eggs. That's not a terrible idea. I'm going to sell 2 of them. Let's see. We don't need any bulls. A lot of bulls, not too many cows. Do you think that's age? Oh, yeah, that's age there, but that's number there. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm with it. I understand. Packaged survival meals we don't need. We've got some extra meat. I'll sell some of this. Hang on to the rice for now. Hang on to the insect jellies coming back up. We were down to like 350. I'm hoping making everybody wear the jackets is going to help, but I don't think the robots eat food anyway, despite the description saying they could. Let's see. We don't need any of this because we've got enough materials to make stuff out of other things. We've got some joints made up. We were way down. We had about 8 grand, but buying some armor and some extra plasteel. Plasteel's expensive. See, there you go. That eats a hole in that really quickly. I'll sell some coal. Got some more jade built up, but we'll hang on to our jade. We'll sell the last of the smoke leaf. I've also been selling some blocks, which is why we've only got limestone in the deal there now. And now let's get rid of some of this garbage here. So we're going to take a little bit of a loss on this to get the plasteel, but we need the plasteel for the new armor, as well as well, just about everything else at this point, technology-wise, we need it for. So that battle dress is down to 76 and 69. We'll go ahead and sell that. Solar panel duster's good. I've got 3 of those. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. couple extra bowler hats. We'll keep there. Those are in good shape. And now we've got some sculptures. And see, this is what I was saying. This is what's going to get us. I'll keep the jade small because those are going in bedrooms. But there we go. We're, you know, just about back up. That almost pays for all of that plasteel. And now I got to figure out where this one is. And yeah, how about this room right here? Now let's put it in Osborne's room. Oh, no, I like it there. Nick's can have it. That's fine. I like Nick's. We still haven't taken care of this stuff yet. Not that it affects, hopefully, what you guys are doing, but I got rid of my green screen because I sit in front of my closet. I just painted the closet doors green. And they're not as perfect a paint job as I'd like. They need to be a little bit more even, but they seem to be working. And in fact, I have the window open today. And because it's a flat, nice color, we don't really seem to be getting too much difference. I did use a little light to take care of some shadow back in the corner, but other than that, let's see, combat supplier. Okay. Let's wake up. Let's wake up Slickson again. It's hard to sleep, huh, Slickson? I'm sorry. Let's see, they've got medicine. We've got actually a fair amount of medicine. I think we're okay with that. This is not the combat supplier, is it? But we can sell the Scyther blades to you. So there we go. We're back up beyond what we had. So now come talk to the combat supplier. And I'm going to buy some components. They're expensive, but we'll get 7 more out of that. I said we've got plenty of medicine. It just happens to be in our hospital and not here, so it doesn't show up. I've got some EMP shells. I'll hang on to those. We'll sell that. Sell that. That. Bolt. We don't need any of that garbage. I've got another kinetic rifle. That's good. I'm going to sell these Spitfires. First of all, they're not worth much anymore, but also they don't have a range that we need. This helmet's poor, so I'm going to sell that. We'll keep a couple of these floating around, because you never know. But we are moving up to the newer gear, so I don't see any weapons I need to buy in there. So yeah, I think that will work. We're -1 on that, so that's not too bad. So the question is, who do I want to upgrade weapon-wise? Or I don't know if it's an upgrade. You've got the GD modular. Let's take a look at that really fast. Gear, modular. And it's getting to be a little bit worn down at this point as well. It needs to be said. Range is 39 and damage is 25. But it's got a fairly long ranged cooldown and a fairly long warm-up. What does the new TK rifle? Range is 25, damage is 13. So a little less on both, but the cooldown is 2 seconds lower on each of them. So I think we go with that. So I think Demon gets a new rifle. There we go. At some point we should be making some more of this, I think. Thought I had that set for 1,500, and it looks like somebody has started on that. $14.96. Yeah, that should start working on some kibble soon. Hay's down a little bit. I started growing some here and here. I think probably, is that rice? We've got lots of rice. I think I'm going to stop it growing here, and we'll go back to some double strand there. And then maybe we'll just kind of increase this growing zone for hay a little bit more. In fact, we'll go ahead and we'll do that right now. We'll just take a little bit out there. And then we'll growing zone here out a little bit. No, that's not what we wanted. I hate it when it just decides that it's not consistent, right? So we know we want to make that bigger, right? So that time it worked. And I don't know why it doesn't always, and I don't know why sometimes you can go right up against stuff and sometimes you can't. And we know that that is hay grass. So we'll make sure that that becomes hay grass. And we're going to wait for that to grow. We won't just chop it. There we go. All right, who is supposed to be doing our cooking? Because, I don't know. Romero, but I haven't crafting one. So we need to knock his cooking back up to 1 first. We'll put those at 1. Those need to happen. And Slickson could do it too. It doesn't really matter. We don't do a lot of cooking generally, so I don't really care who does it. It should happen fairly quickly. You know, this is kind of a one big bulk type of job. So we'll take care of that really fast. Continuing to make components, continuing to work on this gear. Rubio, a quack. Nope, I think I'm okay. Sorry, buddy. Unfinished battle dress. Unfinished work. Just about done with another helmet. These things take so much work. But we get those 2 carapaces done. What is Lorenz? Is that the first one? Is that the first hazard gear? It is hazard carapace. Mad animal chinchilla. Is it all of them? I missed that. I bet you it's all of them. I'm going to go ahead and restrict everybody to area 1 here for a minute until I know what's happening. Yes, it is all of them. Oh, did we get another gun? Get another one? Okay, whoops. We're going to restrict everybody to area 2. And then we'll go ahead and put our normal group here in here, and we'll go ahead and restrict Nyx to area 1, and we'll put Nyx on the light machine gun. They're all coming in through the wall there. At least one more out there. How's he going to come in? There we go. Psychic drone. Oh, I think that's it. I think we can... Whoops. Unrestrict everybody again and get back to the business of repairing the base. Cleaning up. Now we got some extra chinchilla, I guess. Okay, so what do I have for blocks? I only have the 1 block, limestone. So this has to be limestone. That's one of the problems here. So let's cancel that, and let's go ahead and let's go structure limestone, and let's go there, and same thing here. So let's kill that, and that, and that, and then we'll go limestone there, and limestone door there. And I think that'll fix that. Oh, and one more here. And we'll cancel that. And we'll build copy there. There we go. Just fix the holes in the base. You still got guys down here? So he needs to get hauled at some point so we can take him apart. Same way here. That should be all of them. I've kind of dramatically changed the way well, I don't know about dramatic. I changed who hauls and who doesn't. So if we take a look at work now, essentially the only ones that have hauling as a priority are our combat droids, because that's all they do, essentially. You can see that's all they can do. They can hunt, and they can haul and clean. So they've been knocked up. Everybody else has had their hauling and cleaning knocked down. In some cases, well, in most cases for the androids, I also knocked down, and the people that I wanted crafting more often, I also knocked down the Haul Plus, because there's enough people there doing that. We've got plenty of people actively doing that right now, so no real issue with that. You can see things are staying reasonably clean. We've already cleaned up the mess from both the raids and the wild animals, and everything's more or less happening. I created some more specific hauling zones, so we've got essentially money and important stuff there. I didn't want to walk in for one block all the way over here, and you see they're still doing it, right? He makes them here and then walks them all the way here for no apparent reason. Oh, I guess he's coming down from there, so it's not too bad. And I put additional clothing and stuff down here. So we have apparel, essentially all apparel. The armor that we're keeping, so essentially the new stuff that's part of our group here, goes up here, armor and weapons. But we do have a deal here, so we still can sell some of that. But so we've got some new alpaca wool veils there. There's another red one there. So as that stuff happens that we want to keep track of, we'll look up here. So anyway, that's how that's going. How are we doing on our armor? We're auto-saving as soon as I click. Almost done. Almost done another well, no, we just barely started that one. And some more battle dresses. How's this helmet almost done? That one's red. So red's going to finish this helmet here, hopefully in this go. And then we'll see how that happens. So we're just slowly upgrading. I think those were the 2 TK or whatever guns that are up are the only 2 I think I've queued. I just wanted to make sure that those Spitfires were taken care of. As it turns out, we've got a couple miniguns as well now, which isn't too bad. And let's take a look at that. That one's in pretty tough shape. But you can see it does a 30 burst count, 8 damage, but a 30 burst count. But warm up and cool down are a little bit long as well. So it probably doesn't hurt to make one more of those kinetic rifles for now. Oh, I've also got the storm cannon. Let's unsuspend the storm cannon and do that instead. We'll move it up, and we'll replace that with the other auto gun with the storm cannon. That seems to be kind of a like for like type of save. And that's 30 minutes it looks like. So I'm going to kind of end this one here. Food's coming back up. You can see we've got 860 now, so that's great. Jelly bugs are doing good. We got plenty of steel. One more reason to back off on the mining, we had steel, and we were just buying the plas steel because we don't really get... We get lots of steel and a little bit of everything else. But we need more of this, so I thought it was better off to have people doing the crafting stuff that we could sell, whether it be smoke leaves or whether it be art, that sort of stuff. So that's going like that. And I guess on this one, I'm going to... Somewhere I have a... Do I not have a... Oh, here, let's do another stockpile zone here really fast. Let's go orders, zone, stockpile before anybody puts something stupid in it. Clear all, manufactured, mortar shells. How about EMP? Since we've got a couple of them now. And we'll move those in there. And I think that's it. So next episode we launch on somebody. Like I say, we should have... we should have everybody armored and helmeted up and stuff by that point, and we'll be ready to drop and all the guns we wanted. And I think that will be fine. Let me know. We'll talk to you next time. Cheers.